Hello guys, Tim Dexter. Welcome to this video. So today, this video is going to be very special for you guys. I know the market has been boring, so I have spent the time that did some conclusions for beginners. So in this video, I'm going to do statistics for beginners, part 1. Let me know if it's helpful. Before I start this video, make sure click the like button and subscribe. Let's get into it. All right, the first site I want to show you guys, this is going to be a very helpful tool for you to collect data. The website is called Spikeet. And you can pretty much go ahead and put filters through all of the small caps. If you're looking for, you can also track statistics for bigger caps as well. And let's click into one of the templates. So let's say this is one of my gappers, open data. I was tracking tickers that was trading 10-minute shares in the pre-market and gapped over 100% and see how much they actually spiked after market open, and also what is the overall volume now traded through the entire day. And this one will give you a general, I would say, data for all of the criteria you're looking for: float, market cap, and gap up percentages, how much volume traded in the pre-market, and how much volume traded throughout the entire day. And the website itself, this tool can also view the chart on that current day to show you what exactly it looked like on that specific day, going all the way to 1 minute to 2 minute chart. The chart itself will help you to study, taking a long time to load because there's a lot of tickers. You can pull up multiple criteria for gap up short, bounce short, multi-day runners. And if you are trading bigger caps, you are looking for algorithm tradings, you can track that data as well. And this is a very helpful tool for you to collect the entire database and study the database. Once you collect the data, let's say you have all of the data in your spreadsheets. So right here, you want to go into that specific day and make sure study the level 2, make sure study the 2-minute chart reactions, how to win to top tick, and what is the highest volume on maybe 1 to 3 million float, what is the highest dollar traded on a market cap between 0 to 100 million. So those are very helpful criteria for you to track that the database that doesn't provide. So I would recommend for myself, you will want to create a chart for yourself, so you can screenshot the chart going to that day and make sure you input market cap and flow and daily volume manually so you can remember it next time we review it. So it's not just about tracking your entire database. You also want to make sure memorize the chart, because whenever you are trading a small cap, you don't have a time to go back and look. Hold on, wait for me for 10 minutes. Let me see. I remember a chart called BBBY, and it had a very similar reaction or a similar chart. In very intense situations, whenever you're trading, you only have a few seconds, maybe half a minute to make a decision. So I would recommend that you manually track or input the current market cap and float on that day when it spiked, and everything by yourself so you can remember what was the number. And once you review it multiple times, you kind of have that chart in the back of your mind. So I would recommend manual input just for the memory reason. Then afterwards, you want to go ahead and track for a very specific criteria you're looking for. So let's say for BBBY, and we had the consolidation in January between 9:30 to 1 o'clock, and the range is around 5, I think it was around 5 to 520. Between 480 to 520. So you want to look for that specific consolidations, how much dollar is being traded. In this case, Spikeet doesn't provide. And you want to see how much it faded. Those also, you want to make sure you calculate by yourself. You can memorize that in your head. Well, if you're tracking your data and it shows the average fading percentage is around 30% or 26%, if you want to get more in detail, you want to track manually by yourself and to make sure recognize, okay, well, between the market cap around 100 million to 500 million, the fading percentage is 30%. For between 0 to 100 million, the fading percentage is 35%. So there's a very small difference you can memorize by yourself. I would recommend doing that for yourself. Then another thing that I want to manually track by myself after I get the entire database is you want to make sure that, let's say a ticker has a resistance around 50 million and within 6 months, and you're shorting into resistance that's close to the resistance. You want to track how far you're from the resistance. You want to track how much volume you traded, when it's approaching to the resistance, what's the highest volume on the 2-minute chart. So next time you can use that in the same market cap and flow zone. So those are very specific details you want to track for yourself. What's the resistance to volume ratios? Those are the very detailed statistics for you to know as well. This is just for multi-day runners and gap up short. There's every single pattern has its own criteria, have its own very detailed statistics for you to track. So gathering the entire database is very helpful. I would recommend Spikeet. I think this is one of the most accurate database that I've found in the last couple of years. It will adjust based on the reverse split. So most of the time, if you don't track intraday data, you won't get the data in that specific day because the ticker has already done multiple reverse splits and the resistance and the price already changed. And most of the platforms do not provide intraday data within, I think it was within 2 years. So if you want to study the tickers, that's all the way back 4 or even 10 years ago, it's impossible to pull all of the data together. So Spikeet, this is a very good tool for you to collect the entire large database for you to find your edge. For the detailed statistics, I would recommend tracking it manually. This is one of the few examples that I track for myself. And also there is something I want to mention is, as I said, that healthcare stocks are very difficult to trade. And for large statistics, you want to avoid pretty much all of the healthcare stocks or therapeutic stocks, as far as possible. So for a large database, they don't do that. You have to manually filter the specific sectors out. This is why I found out why healthcare stocks, because by tracking, I would say 1,000 samples, and I would say 80% or 70% of them do not follow the average pushing percentages or the average fading percentages. It has its own statistics. So that's why I tend to avoid pretty much all of the biotech sectors in my trading career. Okay, so here is the beginner tutorial for Spikeet. You can also look for the tutorials on YouTube as well. So let me give you guys an example. Let's say you want to name this as gap up short. I want to look for the data between, let's say, starting around 2017. All right, let's go into input your criteria manually. So first of all, you want to look for add filters. So you want to look for stock symbols or security class, and you can take off those ETFs and units. So you are just looking for common stocks, so you can add the filter in there. Then for daily, you want to see, okay, well, I'm looking for tickers that traded 50 million shares throughout the entire day or 10 million shares in the pre-market. So daily is how much volume traded throughout the entire day. You're not looking for crowded tickers that traded maybe less than 100 million shares throughout the entire day. Then if you want to look for tickers that traded in the pre-market, let's say starting time is 4 a.m. in the morning to 9:30 a.m. before market open. This is the ticker. You want to look for a ticker that traded less than 10 million shares throughout the entire morning. You are not looking for a ticker that traded over 100 million shares throughout the entire day. Whatever you want to input the volume. Typically, I look for volume less than 10 million shares throughout the entire day. And majority of the tickers that traded over 10 million shares in the pre-market becomes extremely crowded and it's impossible to trade, especially on the first screen day. Then you're looking for, did the company has news? What's the market cap? What's the current float? You can filter pretty much all of the market cap between, let's say, this is very beneficial for if you want to look for a specific market cap zones and flow range. You want to look for market cap between 0 to 100 million and flow between 0 to 10 million. Then you want to switch to 100 million to 500 million market cap and 10 million shares to 50 million shares outstanding. So you can use this tool to filter out all of the market cap zones to look at what is the average backing percentages for different market caps. So by tracking this specific statistics, you can avoid a lot of squeezes, especially on the smaller caps. So those are just very simple examples. You can input your criteria into the filters and you can look for the past 10 years of data. So very helpful tool. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how to really track more of the detailed filter to increase your winning percentages on your specific pattern. Alright guys, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys are looking for tracking statistics by Spikeet, make sure to check out the link below and you will get a 10% off. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.